Welcome, gorgeous, joyous Geminis. I hope that you are well. It is Sachi, and we are going to do some shamanic shifting where we take a look at your current energy, take a look at what your manifestation goal is, and then we take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. So just a reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes will get a bonus reading upcoming in February. And additionally, whoever comes in first will get their extended for free. I would also like to let you know that my Tarot 101 course is available in my shop if that interests you. It goes over everything that you need to know in regards to reading tarot cards. We go over how to choose a deck, how to cleanse a deck, how to connect to a deck, how to tell an oracle versus tarot deck apart. We go through each of the individual cards of the major and minor arcana. And we also discuss how to view tarot as a whole from a higher perspective so that you're not just learning different facts about each cards, but you're able to actually comprehend the deck as a whole entity. So if that interests you, it is in my shop. It also comes with an in-class worksheet so that during the presentation you can organize your notes in a meaningful way. And then later, if you're looking for something, you know exactly where it will be. And it also has some tarot journal prompts for before and after class, and then also a certificate of completion. So the link is in the description box below if that interests you. But let's get started, Gemini. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had 9 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, right off the bat, obviously Wheel of Fortune, things are moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. But what I like to remind people about the Wheel of Fortune is the fortunate thing is that things are moving forward. It doesn't necessarily mean a jackpot type energy. And I kind of feel that needs to be impressed upon you the most right now, because with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it can say that you are very discontent with your physical reality. You may have shifted out of abundance in some sort of way, which I recall in your last reading, Gemini, there was something about a tower moment coming that was taking you out of abundance. So I feel like that probably did happen. And it seems like there may have not been the foundation that was necessary. Like 3 of Pentacles, when it comes out in reverse in this deck, it specifically tells me that, you know, no one taught you how to plant seeds that eventually become an orchard that are self-sustaining. You know, this is like learning financial investment, financial literacy is kind of what it feels like. So it definitely feels like not necessarily having that physical, I don't want to say foundation because that's not it, but it's like know-how, a physical know-how. With the 10 of Cups coming out, this is telling me that you went through something very difficult. Some of you, again, may have gone through some sort of financial loss or maybe changing jobs or something like that, changing homes. Pentacles doesn't always necessarily mean money stuff. It can regard just your physical reality. So it can be a switching up of your physical environment. But with the 10 of Cups, it is saying that, you know, it is the calm after the storm. And 10 of Cups specifically points to, you know, positive emotional energy. So this is telling me that your cups are filled with positive emotions, as are those that you are connected with, those around you. So even though things, you know, physically might not be the greatest, still emotionally, it seems like you're in pretty good sorts. And it seems like what may have happened with the 9 of Wands in reverse is that you didn't protect yourself in some sort of way. There's this energy of like, oh, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to be paranoid sort of thing. It's kind of like, oh, I'm not going to put a fence around my house because I don't want to be paranoid that someone's going to come in, but then someone ends up coming in sort of thing. That's kind of how it feels. It's like there were certain precautions to take. You didn't take them. And now you're kind of in this 6 of Pentacles position where, you know, in this deck specifically, it points to the imbalance of masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy is naturally supposed to give, and the feminine energy is naturally supposed to receive, which is what is happening, but they are begging basically for breadcrumbs. And the King of Pentacles, he can give so much more, but there's only just a little bit sort of trickling to them. So it does seem like, you know, physically you're okay, right? You're being given things. You are, I'm hearing back to the basics. So yeah, and again, the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is moving forward. So it looks like this karmic cycle is, right, it's going again. But again, the fortunate aspect of the Wheel of Fortune is that things are moving forward. Whether you're repeating the cycle again, starting anew, having the opportunity to change the outcome. Yeah, all right. So, and then we also had Charmander using Reckless Charge and Vulpix using Singe. So this is telling me your root chakra is highlighted for the next 2 months, which your root chakra is everything you eat or drink, right? Everything you put in and on your body, beauty products, whatever it may be, your sleeping pattern and your sense of safety. And so, you know, our relationship with our physical reality, whether it's where we live or our financial health, you know, can either solidify or destabilize our root chakra. Because if we feel like maybe we don't have enough to survive or to stay where we are, or wherever it may be, it definitely causes our root to feel unsafe. So with this, it is telling me, you know, Charmander is a starter. So again, it feels like you're kind of starting over in some sort of way. With Reckless Charge, it is saying that, you know, maybe you have been a little bit reckless with your firepower, your kundalini, how you are using your energy to manifest things. And with Vulpix using Singe, it's telling me that you've gotten singed, kind of gotten burnt. So this can be sort of a burnout energy. Kind of just the beginning, right? It's not burnout, it's singed, but it's still, it was like getting to that point, basically, of being so reckless with your energy that you almost got burnt out. But it seems like maybe you stopped before the total burnout, and you're just sort of, you know, you're catching yourself in some way. Vulpix is also Fox Spirit. Fox Spirit represents deception and trickery. So that is just something to note. That's coming out here. So anyway, that's what wanted to come out in the cleansing ceremony, Gemini. I hope that you are doing well. As I mentioned, we are going to take a look into your current energy, look at what your goal is, and then look at how to take your current energy and manifest it into your goal. All right, let's see here. Gemini, what's in your current energy? Okay, I'm getting that I should just do a little bit of one of these. All right, I just saw the 5 of Wands. So there can be a little bit of some conflict, some chaos going on, fighting, disruption of the hive energy. Let's see what's going on in your current energy, Gemini. Star in reverse. You're noticing that things are not aligned. You may have been pushed out of alignment with the 8 of Cups in reverse. So so things are out of alignment in some sort of way, and you may know this. And even when the star comes out in reverse, there can be an aspect of retrogrades that are really influencing you. So we're just ending Mars retrograde. I'm recording this on the 5th of January. But we do have Mercury retrograde. So anyway, again, it's like, you know that things are out of alignment. You know that. And part of that can be because you were shifted out of abundance. With the 8 of Cups in reverse, this can be that you're having difficulty walking away from things that don't serve you. Emotional experiences that make you feel like you're empty or that you're not getting fed enough. Again, it's definitely a breadcrumby energy. Literally on this card, there are like breadcrumbs left on this plate. And the 8 of Cups always points to needing to walk away, ending emotional cycles, but it seems like you are stuck in some sort of emotional cycle. Let's see what's the light here. Sandshrew using Defense Curl. It's so interesting because Sandshrew has been coming out for the collective so often. I think maybe all the readings so far even. So with Sandshrew using Defense Curl, this is a fighting type. So it seems like the way that you are trying to fight this energy is by defending yourself, basically. Instead of getting into alignment and walking away from what no longer serves you in these emotional energies, it's kind of like you're in this defensive energy of like, well, the reason why is because this. It definitely feels kind of like an over explanation. It says, disliking water, it lives in deep burrows and arid areas. It can roll itself instantly into a ball. So again, it's talking about disliking the water. So you're aware that you don't like the emotional energy that this is bringing you, but instead you're just sort of going into your cave, perhaps going into hermit mode sort of thing. And again, just sort of like trying to defend yourself instead of actually doing something about it. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Going right to the 8 of, Yeah, Eight of Cups is dark type in reverse. So dark type in reverse coming out in the shadow is telling me that it's like you're still withdrawing yourself from this, but you're refusing to do the shadow work. You're refusing to see the shadow aspect of the self. And that's what's keeping you out of alignment. If something is disrupting you, if you know that you don't like these emotions, get to the root cause of it. What are you rejecting about yourself that is not being accepted as part of your whole, right? And that's why you're out of alignment. All right. Let's see what's your goal here. Let's see your goal. All right. Seven of Swords. And Justice in reverse. So the energy of your goal is basically like, can I just walk away from this and deal with it at a different time? Is kind of what I'm getting. And with Justice in reverse, it's like you want to do things without kind of bearing the consequences is what I'm getting. Like, is there a way for me to just sort of go on with my day and come back to this when it's better equipped? It's kind of like you want to abandon the issue, to let it go. But again, to revisit it later. So for example, maybe, you know, you have some shadow work to do, but it's like, oh, can I just, you know, get through these 6 months and do this before I have to, you know, deal with this issue. And again, with the Justice in reverse, it feels like maybe you don't, again, it's like Justice represents the energy that you put in is the energy you're getting out of it. So it's like you want something without putting the energy in. And yeah, let's see. There could be some sort of like legal situation that you're like, all right, I want to walk away from some sort of legal obligation, perhaps. Let's see, what's the light energy? We have double colorless energy. Tell me more about that. So that is telling me about soulmates. We have Mankey, Punch, and Karate Chop. So it's telling me that they're double colorless energy. There are some soulmates that you are also trying to walk away from. It seems like with Mankey, those who always want to fight with you, those who you aren't able to have balance with. So Justice is Libra energy, which also represents peace and harmony and cooperation, most importantly, right? We can't always have peace and harmony, but cooperation to the point of being able to maintain some sort of give and take and balance here. And so you may be leaving those who make you feel uneasy or where you feel like you're not getting what you deserve even for what you do put in. But again, I feel like some of you really don't want to put the work in and just sort of want to walk away from the situation. It's kind of like, can I just cut this soul contract and move on to the next stage without actually having to do the work to get through the, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is above her head without going through the karmic cycle. So anyway, with Punch and Karate Chop, this is someone who really likes to fight, right? Fighting energy. And Karate Chop, I always take as sort of like cutting them out, chopping them out. Mankey is a primate Pokemon that is really known for getting kind of triggered and angry over everything. So this can be a soulmate relationship that is losing its color that you really don't want to feed anymore because maybe they just get triggered and angry over everything. So you're like, all right, bye. It says it's extremely ill-tempered. Groups of them will attack any handy target for no reason. Yeah, so it seems like getting away from people or situations that are, you know, people who are ill-tempered towards you and sort of attack you for no reason, right? There's no real balance available, or, you know, situations that make you very ill-tempered that knock you out of balance. And there's something very interesting here with the strata here. I feel like there are multiple layers to really what is going on here. But again, it's like you just want to walk away from the issue. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Again, subconscious energy, Duskull using dark guidance, and spooky shot. So again, this aspect of abandoning what is going on is actually your shadow. Your unintegrated shadow that is giving you this dark guidance, again, because you're not integrating the shadow aspect of what's going on here. You're not doing your shadow work of this lesson. And so I do feel the unintegrated shadow is just like, yeah, just, you know, walk away from the situation instead of actually solving it. Interesting goal. You know, no judgment. We will see how you can do this if possible. It says, it doggedly pursues its prey wherever it goes. However, the chase is abandoned at sunrise. Yeah, so it's, again, it's like the shadow is following you, trying to get you to do this thing, but it is abandoned at sunrise. So it kind of feels like having so much light that the shadow aspect is just sort of poof, kind of gone. Again, it feels like kind of like an Akashic record cord cutting, where you're just cutting those timelines out of like, okay, the lessons learned, integrate it into my DNA instead of me actually having to sort of walk through this cycle. Very interesting energy. We are absolutely going to see how we can do this. Let's see, let's anchor some light into this. Like I said, in the extended, we're going to see, you know, how to take your current energy and transmute it to your goal. So it's kind of like, you know, integrating the lesson without doing the shadow work. Let's see, we have play in reverse and Anna, grandmother of Jesus, in reverse. So with play coming out in reverse, there can be this aspect of maybe you're not having enough fun. Maybe you're becoming a little bit too serious about things. Again, there's a very defensive energy, a very masculine kind of shielding energy going on. So you may want to incorporate a little bit more play into your life and bring some lighthearted energy. And Anna, grandmother of Jesus, coming out in reverse, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. That gives me this energy again of, for generations, you were not taught sort of how to plant a seed so that it grows into an orchard that is, you know, self-sustaining and that sustains you. And that can be, you know, for your generations of you not being taught certain things about yourself, how to grow and blossom and continue to produce in a sustainable way. And it can also be, you know, literally like planting financial seeds or even actually growing things like that. So I definitely feel some generational, I don't want to say curses, but generational cycles that are really being expressed. And you're like, all right, instead of doing the work, can I just cut that contract and get rid of it and move on with my life? So we are going to see in the extended how we can accomplish this. Let's see, I saw luck is on your side. So to head in the extended, let's see what Mother Moon would like to say. To head into the extended. Okay, we have work through your fears in reverse. What are you trying to release in reverse? And you and your loved ones are safe. So again, there's this aspect of not really wanting to work through the fears, not wanting to release your fears, instead of just feeling this safety, of integrating this sense of safety. And, you know, this is the new moon in Cancer, which has this energy of the matriarchal lineage, which we saw with the grandmother of Jesus there as well. Of like, it's not even your mother, it's your mother's mother energy of never being taught a certain skill that allows you to flourish and be abundant. So it seems like, again, integrating this safety, you and the people that you love, and just sort of integrating it into, you know, your cellular being. So that way you don't really have to work through the fears. You just sort of release them. I mean, it's not even releasing them. They're just deleted and replaced is kind of how it feels like. So anyway, let's see how to do this. You know, I'm curious for myself. So if you would like to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below, and I will see you there.